They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down and 4, Pickett. That swung out wide to Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He got 29 yards that time. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool. He looks calm. He looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here we go. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Burrow on 3rd down. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here we go. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. again on second down. Burrow, they'll set up the screen here to mix him. Room here to run. Fights through it.
They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
11-90, stop.
Mixon is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. Burrow will throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Steven Sims on the return from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Here's Sims now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're...
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously. But
touchdown, Bengals!
Joe Mixon.
48 yards.
And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, What changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
11 MP, paint. 11 MP, paint. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MP, 11 MP. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Here we go.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
1st and 10, here's Pickett.
It's brought in by Harris.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On 2nd and 10, Pickett. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von.
Got so many memories that I